Sometimes people look and they see a lot of blue and they think, well, all you need is a Navy in the Pacific or an Air Force. And I would say it's a joint theater. It requires tremendous teamwork at a joint level. All forces are important and required, but there's some other things people don't realize. One is there's 7 of the 10 largest armies in the world. And in those megacities, 36 megacities, 24 of them in the Pacific, and people live on the land. Conflict occurs, and land is a key aspect. But I would never say it's a maritime, it's an air, it's a ground. It's a joint theater.
Using history to illustrate, we can see how important joint collaboration has been in past Pacific conflict. Undoubtedly, the U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force have played critical roles. Some of the greatest naval battles in history were fought in World War II under the command of Admiral Nimitz, and the great expanse of the theater made aerial logistics and the aerial fight critically important. At the same time, the U.S. Army made its way across the China-Burma-India theater and the Southwest Pacific theater under General Douglas MacArthur, driving back the Japanese offensive in brutal ground fights on the Pacific's continental land masses and many of the 25,000-plus islands. The Army even conducted amphibious operations, sometimes side by side with its U.S. Marine Corps brethren. During the retaking of the Philippines, 8th Army averaged an amphibious operation every 36 hours, earning them the title the Amphibious 8th. Due to the size and physical terrain, there is arguably no theater that requires greater cooperation and integration of capabilities across the team than the Indo-Pacific. These incontrovertible lessons of the last World War must be taken to heart to prepare for the region's future conflicts. The world has changed a lot in the last 75 years. Humans are more connected now than ever before through travel, commerce, and an expansive digital network. The threats facing our nation have evolved as well. Mass casualty-producing missiles can travel across continents in a matter of minutes. Our adversaries are developing and employing capabilities to deny us key terrain and hinder us from achieving air dominance. Satellites in space can be manipulated to degrade communications, disable systems, and disrupt community or national infrastructure. Hackers can utilize malware to affect critical systems and generate chaos. And influencers on the web can spread discord through misinformation and by recruiting criminals to engage in violence. The U.S. military is evolving to ensure it's ready to fight in this new environment. Its new doctrine, multi-domain operations, recognizes that future conflict must be met with seamless integration across the joint team, and it will not just occur on land, sea, and in the air, but it will include the space domain and cyber domain as well.
It's an evolutionary process. Over time, we've had air, land, sea. We're evolving, but it's a revolutionary impact where you're maneuvering in all domains to a position of relative advantage. Maneuvering in cyber to a position of relative advantage pre-conflict. Maneuvering in space to a position of relative advantage. A missile launched from the land can destroy a ship at sea, controlled by an Army element, but using Navy, Air Force, Marine, some national satellite means, things never before used to pull it together. Now picture if that ship is trying to skirt into the littorals to avoid our strength at sea that our Navy, the best in the world, has. So they're trying to skirt around it. Well, the Army can engage that ship now and destroy it. So now it has to go back out to sea and be right in our engagement area where we're going to destroy them. So you're pairing up together all domains, maneuvering to a position of relative advantage in each domain, working together to create those windows of opportunity where you can dominate your adversary. That gives you more options against an adversary. Anybody would want more options. It allows you to present multiple dilemmas to an adversary. And we're either going to do like we are now, innovate and move towards multi-domain operations to either win a conflict in the future or prevent it, because nobody would be stupid enough to fight against us, or we're going to be forced to do it because we lose someday pretty badly and we're going to have to do it. And I hope that's not the case.
For the last several years, the Army has been leading this doctrinal evolution by piloting a multi-domain task force designed to enable the joint team. This is a tailorable, scalable unit which can be deployed by the combatant commander to synchronize and synergize joint capabilities. At its heart is the I2Q's detachment: intelligence, information, electronic warfare, and space. This element is comprised of 4 companies and can effectively penetrate an adversary's anti-access area denial shield, shape conditions in all domains, and open windows of opportunity for Navy, Air Force, Army, and Marine maneuver. Based on requirements, other capabilities can be snap-linked into the I2Qs: long-range precision fires, security forces, logistics, air defense artillery, aviation, and engineers, making this a highly lethal, maneuverable organization. In exercises, the task force has demonstrated that it can enable Navy and Air Force maneuver in restricted terrain, create multiple options for the Joint Commander by coordinating targeting data and fires for all services and in all domains, and create multiple dilemmas for an adversary. Additionally, using denial and deception, the task force can camouflage its operations and confuse enemy sensors. It is a mobile and maneuverable organization.
Nobody wants to fight. The best thing would be, again, the deterrence where we never have to fight, because nobody would be foolish enough to go against us. So that's the best thing. So we've got a lot to connect, a lot of work to do, pull all the pieces together. But if anybody can do it, the United States military can. I feel very confident, and I'm very proud. The United States Army leading the way with multi-domain operations.